Oh, there we go. Are we not? I think we've got connection. I think we're connected. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Modern Arnis Live with CMATS and myself, Jordan Dellabough, along with Big Steve on Mats there.
Hello.
Big Steve. And we're just going to get started here. So if you're new to this channel, please feel free to jump ahead. Or if you're watching this after our live event, jump ahead about 5-6 minutes into the video to get to the action. In the meantime, we're just going to wait for a few people to join in the room, pop out the chat, and let Facebook know what we're doing. In the meantime, Stephen will also be swinging the sticks for you to, I don't know, entertain you.
Yeah.
For your entertainment.
I'll just do these.
All right.
Everybody likes these.
This is looking good. Oh, the flips.
Just these.
You got this, Stephen. You got this. Oh wait, I gotta let the Facebook.
Hard to drop those.
There we go. That's working. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, what a week it's been. What a week it's been. There we go. See if we can beat the YouTube algorithms. Join us now, people. Join us now.
Yep, I think one of my sticks is becoming less straight.
Ooh. I broke 2 last night. I broke both of Luke's last night.
Alright, well then I'm sticking to this one tonight. Sticking with the strong one, because this one's looking a little... Yeah.
Yeah, Luke came over to me and he goes, "Sir, is this one going?" And I went, and
What a silly question.
put it up on the wall.
You have to ask, yeah.
Okay, I think I shared that properly. Did I not share that properly? Let's do that one more time. Share, there we go. All right, well maybe I just shared it twice. This is an interesting evening. How's your sleep, by the way? How are you doing this week?
Great.
Oh, that's what I like to see.
100%.
We also put up on the CMATS group page, not the CMATS official page, but the group page on Facebook. We put up a new wall banner thing in the background and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, Facebook has now been notified. And if you're out there and you're logged in to Google, you can chat with us. Give us a 5 out of 5 on sound check or maybe a video check. You can hear Big Steve and myself at the same time. All right. How's our kilobits? Just check our kilobits here for a second.
Yes.
Kilobits are strong. Well, actually, they're a little weak. Oh, there we go. They're strong. 60 frames per second. We are high tech. We're ready to go. All right.
Wait until we get to the stage where we do megabits, not kilobits.
Is that?
It's the next level.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
4K, ridiculous amounts of streaming power, all that kind of stuff. That way people can see, the pimples on your face if you have any.
Zoomed in.
Oh yeah, high res.
High res. Going to 5K instead of 4K.
Yeah, I'll just skip right to 8. Yeah.
Well, again, welcome everybody. If you are again live and logged into Google with us right now, you can chat with us, ask us questions, say hi. I am the voice that has no face right now. And we are going to practice the art of modern Arnis, a Filipino. It stems from the Philippines, created by the late Professor Remy Preces. And I was fortunate enough to got to train with him way back in the day until his passing of 2001 is when he passed away. But now we carry on what he left behind, and hopefully we bring it to people so they can enjoy the process. And if you're in your living rooms, just make sure if you try the things that we do, what can I say about that? Make sure you're learning from a professional, and don't hurt yourself or any other family members around you.
Try this at home with caution.
Wait, don't try this at home or do the reverse of what we say. Wait, what's the legality of that? Eh? Like, don't try this at home. We don't want you to try it at home, but just watch us do it, and you can't do it?
Yeah, I would like to think that anybody who's ever said to anybody within a law profession, yeah, I tried this thing on YouTube.
Can we
and
sue?
then, you know, like, just that first couple of words, you know, I think usually throws it out. Right
Oh, how about I put a wet turkey into the vat of boiling oil and it burnt down my house. Can I sue? Because that's on YouTube. Yeah, that's,
People have videos of that on YouTube?
yeah, it's like the fire hits the roof of they got that video.
Amazing. House is burnt down, might as well get some YouTube video, or YouTube likes out of it.
Yeah. Never a dull moment here. Where are we at? Oh, we're missing my sticks. Where's my sticks? Let's have some fun. We've given people time. At this earlier time, it usually takes a couple more minutes, I think, because people are, just finishing off dinner or things of that nature.
I can see that.
And they're like, okay, let's go pop in now.
Uh-huh.
No one, back in the 1980s and stuff, there was like a TV in the kitchen. And we would have like a TV in the kitchen, we'd be like having dinner, watching TV, or else we'd take it all out to the living room with our TV trays.
I remember that, yeah,
TV
yeah,
trays,
yeah.
putting the food on that and watching TV.
Uh-huh. Although it's funny because I was thinking, I don't have a TV in my kitchen. I'm like, no, I got a phone that I can put the videos on, put on the counters and do dishes or something. So yeah, it's
the same thing. It's different, but the same thing, right? Having that video screen up. Where does that leave us? Let's start with a quick courtesy. Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for joining me tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, everyone at home. Thank you for joining us. Where does that leave us? We're heading into September here.
Yeah.
So we got some new rules floating around to figure stuff out and how we're going to continue the business. But in the meantime, as people are again cautious, I think would be a good word. They want to be cautious with their health and cautious what they do. Our numbers have also dropped a little bit again, so again we gotta pick those numbers back up, or we look out to the audience out there, and if you're at home enjoying what we have to offer, that you might be able to donate. And in below this video in the description box is a way to donate to the studio if you could do that to help see it survive. And we've survived a year and a half now.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it, but it also does.
But so there's my push for any donations, big or small, doesn't matter, all helps. Also, log into Google, chat with us live, ask us questions, tell us if you want to see a technique or an idea. A lot of times though, if you're thinking about knife stuff, I don't necessarily do a lot of live knife stuff here on the channel. So you gotta come to the seminars for that.
Yeah.
Bad instructor. Okay. What do you want to do today? What do you think they want to see or need to see, or what should we get into? What about like a technique that we do on the right side that we can show we can do it on the left side?
That sounds good.
Or like, if someone attacks me over here, I do a technique, but what if they attack me here? Can I do the same technique? Or is that like too advanced stuff?
No. It's like the Poly's Palace. I'm thinking of Poly's. Have we done Poly's Palace lately? Yeah, it doesn't really work.
Polys. Yeah, I think we might have done a polys on the hanging lock.
Oh, okay.
When
Yeah.
I stuck my stick, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe it was your wonderful mother was wondering if that was hurting you.
Oh, right.
Questioning that as she started chiming in on the videos. She started watching the videos, which is
Right.
cool. And if she's out there watching right now, you want to say hi to Mom? No.
I would be very surprised if she's on right now, but if you are, hello.
Yeah, there you go. Come here, tries. Okay, let's go one stick. Let's start with one.
Sure.
We'll start with one. Let's start basic tonight. So until people start to come in on the screen and join us, let's start off basic tonight. We'll just run through our 1 to 12 strikes and just following. We'll do presenting, and then we'll show the follow through. But first, we'll just do the presenting.
Sir.
And we do have someone joining us, Mr. Neil Russoff. Hello, sir. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. That's someone that's logged into Google's and chatting with us.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any questions tonight, don't hesitate. It says, "Good evening, gentlemen." Good evening, gentlemen.
What did we do to deserve such a title?
I know, well, Joe Gentleman. Yeah, we'll keep trying to earn that title.
Yeah, exactly.
Gorgeous day today, by the way, too. The sun was shining, so that was nice. That was nice. Let's put our right foot forward and face that direction. You're like, you didn't see daylight.
I was going to say, sounds
You're
good.
in the office. You got 3 computer screens in your face. You were busy. Let's just start off with our 1 to 12 strike presenting. When we're going to do the presenting part of the 1 to 12 strike, we're not following through. We're not power striking or anything. We're just starting to show where we're striking on a target.
Sure.
So here we are, right foot forward. I could even do footwork with this. Let's do a footwork video with this. Let's sort up. I've got it plugged in, I think, so let's just hit the old, oh, no, I might have, yeah, it worked.
There you go.
It still makes the screen go up. Right?
Yeah.
We'll get there. We'll get there. So, whether or not they see our feet, we'll see. I do got the black shoes on the black mats, so maybe I'll move back a bit. So for now, in the beginning, when we're doing a 1 to 12 strike, we just present. We say 1 temple. And then we would go 2 temple. Oh, you're switching already. 3 elbow.
Oh, I'm supposed to be switching.
4 elbow. 5 stomach, making sure the palm comes up. It's twisting inward and upward. And if you want to go experiment with that, just go to a tree or anything else and try and push a tree like this, and then push a tree like this. And there's way more power in the penetration. Then we go into the 6, making sure we got that nice angle, sweeping down around us, coming up for that 7. We talked about 6 and 7 last week.
Oh, I'm just giggling because I want to keep switching my feet.
Oh yeah, it's hard to break habit.
It is.
From there, we let the stick, let's look at that because a lot of times people have issues with that in the beginning. So from there, I'm gonna let the tip fall. When the tip falls, my elbow moves in. Otherwise, you see people do this. They'll open up their hand. So I'm going to let this here, and I'm going to let the elbow move in, come down for that knee shot. Go around my body, all the way around the head, down to the other knee. Pull back, nice to the eye shot or beside the head for safety. Scooping, nice big scoops, come out the other side. And then again, remember that same thing we did for 8 where it comes down? We're going to go for 12 here. Is this a 12 as well? Yes, it is. There's 2 ways to do 12. But in the beginning, this is what I want to see people learn first, is to keep that center line guarded. Where does that leave us? So that leads us now into adding the footwork in. And in CMATS, what we do is we try to train the idea of walking like a bear. So walking like a bear means, I'll move back here, same hand, same foot, moving. So when I'm going to power strike, this foot is forward because it's coming from this side of my body. When I power strike this side, I'll move back. This foot's forward, this side of my body. And then when we're doing down the center line, doesn't matter which foot you have, it's down the center line. Balances both ways.
Sure.
So now we'll throw in the movement of the feet, which is what you were hoping for.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable now.
I can relax now, I don't have to think about it. Now I can just do what I normally do.
So here we go. And we go 1 temple. Switch my feet, 2 temple. 3 elbow. 4 elbow, 5 stomach, 6 pectoral, 7 pectoral, 8 knee, 9 knee, 10 eye, 11 eye, 12 crown. Oh, fine, be that way, you're right. I'll put my thinking process into it now.
You know what's sad actually is, I was like, were you doing follow through the whole time? Because
no,
I'm not sure what I was doing there.
Yeah, okay, now we'll do the follow through. There we go.
go.
We'll just break it open, follow through with footwork. And
there's no way I can make commentary to you without everybody hearing it, so I'm just going for broke right now.
Let's do it.
I can't
Steven, I gotta tell you something.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want them to hear it.
Yeah. No chance.
Stop having fun. We're not allowed to have fun.
Right.
Right. Here we go. 1 temple. 2 temple. 3 elbow. 4 elbow. 5 stomach, 6 pectoral, 7 pectoral, 8 knee, 9 knee, 10 eye, 11 eye, 12 crown. Right back into it. And just feeling the flow, the weight of the cane, and letting it fall, drop, move, extend. Trying not to stop it anywhere. A lot of times when you see people learning to strike 1 and 2, let's just start there as an example. they want to control the power with their wrist. And it can be powerful, it can be strong, but if you're working with the stick every day, chances of you starting to get carpal tunnel and other things in that nature and injuries is very high. So when you learn the weight of the stick, it doesn't want to, this means I'm trying to control it now. And I'm trying to control it with my wrists there once they slow that down at 60 frames per second. We got, right? This way, when I take that full strike, it just flows beautifully. There's no tension in the wrist trying to cut it short and creating any issues in the wrist. Sure. Especially when you're doing this 5 days a week. Things of that nature. Any thoughts on that? Any questions out there on that?
Yeah, just that idea of the elbow coming in, I think is, for me, is very key anyway, because in the beginning, I remember I wouldn't know how to bring my elbow in.
Right.
So as I would, if I was up here and I'd drop it, I'd just I'd do that with my wrist.
You kind of let it go a little bit.
Yeah, and then just go like this. Yeah. And it's all on the wrist, there's no elbow coming in. And I actually felt that over time my wrist started clicking. I remember that a bit. And until it was like, maybe I should bring my elbow in, and then all that went away. So it's pretty key. It always sticks out for me anyway.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. So having that elbow moving. Where else does the elbow move like that? Do you know where else? Like when we're sitting there doing these ones?
Oh yeah.
Remember we do these turns?
Yeah.
We're practicing these at the beginning, and you notice my elbow moves inward on that motion.
Yeah.
When we're just doing this, the elbow doesn't have to move at all. So that's not, anytime this, I maybe teach maybe 2% of whenever we would ever do this.
Sure.
Maybe not even 2%, maybe even 1% of when I say, hey, this is the grip I want you to have. But that's
100 techniques.
That's for
one thing. Yes.
That's for stuff like where would we see that? We would see that here. Let's say I go. I'm going to do this one. Let's see if this one comes in here. I'm right here. I'm coming up through here. So if you still hold on there, and I'm through here, and I'm pulling this right down here. Boom, whack, and we're hitting. Ooh, nice stick.
Thank you.
There's where I would maybe make a feed. Sometimes if you strike a one or something, maybe I've done it off of a wing block or something. When I'm coming up here and strike again, I just threw this up here where it's right here. Maybe I've grabbed this here, and I'm taking this one off here, hitting there. So there's a lot of different things as a transition we can do, but very rarely if I'm striking, moving, blocking, disarming, am I ever letting go of that 3-finger grip.
Sure. Makes sense?
Yeah, for now it does. Maybe I'll change that in a year. I don't know.
Feels pretty loosey-goosey, that's for sure.
Yeah. I did have some thoughts, actually. I did have some thoughts tonight. Just going to turn off the foot cam again as people are still entering the room here. Did I do that one right?
Yep.
Maybe it worked. Look at that. It actually, I found out when I went back and watched the video, it happens quicker on the internet than it does on the program right there.
Oh, okay. Good stuff.
Because it shows us still looking at the screen, seeing if it goes away, and on the internet it's gone away already.
Right.
So there we go.
You need to make it like give a duck sound or something so we don't sit there going
Quack. It worked. Where else does that leave us? So that's just our basic 1 to 12 strike. Now let's build off of that. Let's build with, let's look at this idea. Sometimes people refer to it as a rapid fire. A rapid fire. But of course we are not engaging in high intensity activity or exercise right now. So we're going to change rapid fire into
almost like rapid fire? Can't believe it's not rapid fire.
I don't know. Can't believe it's not rapid fire. Love it. There we go. Can't believe
fake rapid fire?
It's not rapid fire. This is slow molasses fire.
There you go.
Molasses fire. You ever try pouring that stuff in
rapid ice? Nope. Yeah, molasses fire. Yep.
Okay. Well, so we're going to do this one real slow, just breaking it down and looking at what we're doing. So this is a feeding opportunity where I'm just going to feed Steven strikes and he's going to do the basic of block, check, counter.
Sure.
But what makes this semi-difficult in the beginning for people is the fact that he's not just defending. He's now defending, countering, and sending an assault back. And I'm not just attacking, I am also getting ready for that assault to come back. And that's what makes us really start to become quite dynamic when we start to look at this. So let's go with strikes 1 and 2 only.
Sure.
We do all 12, but for now let's do 1 and 2. So I shoot out 1, and he's going to go block, check, counter, and I get ready to block. Right? So I'm shooting this out, bam! And I'm saying, yeah, dance over here now. Boom. Maybe I pull it back here and come back over here, making sure I've got nice sets up for wherever we're going to do next. So nice and easy. Look at this. This is, it shall not be named rapid fire.
Yeah, I was about to say. We need to come up with a better name. Anybody out there got a good name for
yeah.
slow rapid fire?
Leave us a comment. Hey, good evening, Mr. Barker. Thank you for joining us. That's out in Detroit, Michigan, way out there. So thank you for joining us. We have, we're just going through this idea of a very calm and slow rapid fire. We're trying to rename it right now for being so slow.
Cool fire. I don't know.
Cool fire. There we go. Now, watch what happens here on this. When he's coming back, I'm not bringing this straight back. That's not a good idea. When he's coming back, I'm not bringing it on the inside to come here because that takes too long. When he's coming back again, I'm not just dependent on my wrist to maneuver around. It's got to be the elbow. The elbow is maneuvering around to take that energy that he's blocked, and I don't have to, if I just do this, well, that doesn't work.
Nope.
What the heck? Trying to demonstrate something, Steven, and you knocked the stick out of my hand.
I know, it's just horrible.
Why did that happen? Because I tried to do this.
Oh, is that what you were doing? Okay,
Yeah, I was going like this. I'm
you
like,
look like you just like
oh, I just barely got onto that one. That thing came right by my head. I'll have to slow that one down later. So, the idea is we don't want this either. So how do we change it? It's that common concept. Let those elbows come in. And then you can hold on to this nice and strong. So I go, what? Good. One again. Ah! Good. Nice footwork. Luckily we turned that off. Oh!
I thought this was cool there.
This is, because we're not going fast. We're not breathing heavy. We're just making loud noises now.
Right.
Right. Hop! Good. Whoa. See how you sweat?
Yeah.
Ah, that's fun. Hop! Good. Back, come on. Shoot. There we go. This is rapid fire. So it's starting to get a little more intense. Now that's not chasing you around either and adding footwork in when someone's chasing you.
Mm-hmm.
That would look like this hey, you know what? We'll do it slowly, and then when they're doing the playback later, they can speed up the playback to see what it would look like. Because you can slow it down, but you
I think we can edit that at some point too.
This is like, boom, right? But maybe I push you back like this, right? I'm making you forcing things to happen.
Sure.
So then we start to get into a little more live action, but we're not doing that right now. We're not practicing that right now. Right?
Yes, sounds good.
Good. Not in our class format anyways, not in the classes. Because we're not allowed to really right now do that. Okay, so 1, there goes the elbow move. Shoot that out for 2, right back. What happens on 2? Boom, comes down for that circle to block this, come back up. Is it fast enough? Yes. Up. I'll get up and up. Up. And I'm waiting. Up. Up. Good. That's it. That's the idea. Just playing with that.
Sure.
So we do that all the way through 1 to 12, and then you can mix it up, whether if someone shoots in a 5, and then a 1, and then a 2, or the 3s, or the 8s. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Any thoughts on that?
Nope.
Would you like to feed me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Okay, fine. Here, if I could get away scot-free. By the way, what is scot-free? Who's Scott, and why is he free?
You are
Do
asking.
you know where that comes from?
Nope, no idea.
Anyone know where that comes from? I don't know where it comes from. Now, there's my block he fed off of. Go slow. I didn't do that. I don't want to sweep because I don't want to miss. So I, that's coming back at him. Right there, you fed off the energy off that. I'm coming back.
Sir?
Good. But nice and slow.
Sir?
Nice and slow. Good. Where else should that leave us tonight? So that's the idea of this rapid fire done rapidly slow.
Sure.
Rapidly slow, rapid fire.
Sounds good. Kind of slow fire.
Fire. Okay. Ah, Steven. Big Steve. What a week it's been. By the way, let's throw out something that's ridiculous out there. The price of video cards right now.
Oh.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yep.
Price of video cards. Anyone else agree with that? Give me a thumbs up on this video if you agree that the price of video cards right now is ridiculous.
I find it really funny that I used to know what video cards cost, and I have no idea.
Yeah. They're like, I kid you not, for anything half decent really is $1,800 to $1,600 easily.
Holy cow.
You can't even like come in like a $300 model that before. That would be like pretty awesome for gamers or stuff like that. No, not right now.
Sounds like I picked the right time for not be involved in all this stuff anymore.
Yeah. I don't got time to game, sir. I don't know what you're talking
Well,
about.
here you go.
What do we got? Mr. Neil, the expression of scot-free originates from the Scandinavian word skatt, which means tax or payment.
Oh, there you go.
This is interesting. I'm learning something new tonight. The word mutated into Scott as the name of what's the word? I can't read. Can you read that?
Redistributive.
Redistributive, is that what it is? Okay, taxation meant to provide relief to the poor during the 10th century.
Yeah.
It's been around a long time.
Yeah, nice.
That's cool. There we go. That's interesting. Thank you for that, Mr. Neil Russell. I appreciate that. See, we always, here at CMATS or on our CMATS channel, we always learn something new. And I like that. I like that. Okay.
Kind of surprised they didn't change it into like scoot free or something. You know, if it's the 10th century, you know, usually words change over time.
Right.
It's still Scott, yeah.
Still Scott, yeah. Scott, yeah. All right, well, we're looking through the book. Let's see what else we should play with tonight. What about, let's look at going back to simplicity again. The idea of empty hand versus cane and Sinawali windmills. Sinawali windmills. How about that? Or should we go on to something else?
Oh, that sounds good.
Let's just see something here. Well, if you go to block check counter and I am here. So, sticks and stones break bones. Names will never hurt me. So stop calling me names. Yeah. That's what you grew up with, right? Grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. That's what we used to say at recess time. You guys didn't ever do that, though.
No, I remember hearing this. It's just I always thought like who would use sticks and stones? It seems a bit extreme.
Oh, as kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a playground thing where people would pick up rocks because we didn't have grass in our playgrounds at the schools. There wasn't grass fields. It was like gravel.
No.
And then you came down the slide on gravel. And then it's like, hey, maybe we should throw in sand at the end of that.
Wow.
Would have invested in Band-Aid back then too.
Nice.
But that's what I grew up with.
I had grass in my playground.
Oh, there you go. So then you would have no need for sticks and stones.
Well, that's what I mean. It never made sense.
Yeah. All right. So here it comes in here. So now I'm not going to deal with this here. Come on this way. I'm going to deal with this up here, but keep this present. Keep my left hand present. I don't want to be like this and still have this come in and hit me. So as this comes up here, boom. This is up here, boom. I'm now up here. I go block, check, and then here's my counter. Throw in that assault here. And let's go with a stop. He stopped it. Now, in this one we can get into stuff like abecedario or things of that nature, but let's change it up a bit. Let's go, let's see. Boom, where do I want to go with? I can go with that. That's nice. That's always fun. But we'll be nice. We're not going to do that tonight. Okay. We'll try that one. How about this one? This is a simple one. You're going to like this one.
Okay.
So I come here, boom.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
See, with the hand, what the hand do, right? So all of a sudden I did this, and as I reached for this, your hand abandoned. You're like, I'm smarter than that, sir. I'm not going to leave my hand out there. So you abandoned. So I just switch this over here. Let's say you come at me again. Boom, I use this.
Yep.
Let's say I'm over here, you come at me. Boom, I use this. This becomes my, because you're thinking this hand now, this becomes my stick, even though you're holding on to it. So we'll come in here. I'm in this position. Maybe I slide down, but I don't disarm. Maybe you continue to hold on to me as I come down and you're trying to stop me or something. You can do whatever you want, doesn't matter. Okay, good, he's doing that. I just go like this. And I get a little trap out of it. Boom.
Sir.
Down in the solar plexus. So what does that look like? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it's not working. Boom, I'm up here. There it is. Right, come under here. Take this out. Take my hand off. Hit you. What do you think? I don't know. Where are we going? Where are we going? We're here. Now there's an easy little disarm right here I like to show, but I think we've shown that lots before right now. So where are we going to go? 1, 2, 3. Open the door. Still right here. Whether or not I have a cane in my hand or not. What if I go 1, 2, 3? This way. Right? Still pop it up here. Boom. Still trap that up. Depending on what we get a hold of in our feelings of maybe this slips down here, but see, I don't like that one. Look at this. This is why I don't like it.
Because the hand didn't pop off?
Because I've taught you to hold on to your cane.
Right.
Because of that, that doesn't really work here.
Right.
Which is why I've never teach this one. Even if I have to come down here and hit this.
You have to really hammer it, yeah.
It's different, even if you're trying to hit a nerve and stuff, which is why I like, as a little change up on that, this one, where I do that one.
Yep.
Where here, this one, if I went this way, I would actually keep hold of it.
Yep.
So now this is starting to tie us up. Right? Maybe this comes up here, maybe I come down here, and maybe I feed it up here. Starting to control the weapon.
Sir.
So 1, 2, 3, boom, disarm right there. 1, 2, 3, maybe I take it down and shoot up. Right, come back this way. And we get into ideas of chokes. Passing it by, right? Get it by me. Make sure I don't do this. I cut myself, right?
Exactly.
Boom, boom, boom. Make sure it goes by me. Maybe I come right here for a little break. Maybe I come up for a steel line. Boom. Everything we're doing that we can do with a stick in our hand, we can do empty hand as well.
Yes, sir.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Coming right in there for the floating rip. Beautiful palm strike. We should do more of those. What do you think?
Actually, it's funny. You got me thinking about that position on one of our windmills.
Oh, on one of the windmills. That's right. Number 4 windmill, right? Where else can we go from here? Maybe this hand gets taken down. Shoot. Now, a lot of times, if this hand's taken down, that means this one's free. This one can move. But if he starts to let go here and starts to think about this to pull his hand back, I can then use that bottom hand.
Yep.
With a windmill number 1. So there we go. He threw in a windmill tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
Where else can we go with this? Oh, pushing. So dealing with a lot of different energies. Okay, I like this. Okay, so this time, wham, oh, shoot! Oh, he pushes me. We talked about that before, where I'm going back into the wall. Look how my back's doing. My back's doing good.
How's your back doing?
My back's doing good. We're good. We're good. Just letting you know we're good.
Yeah, good.
From here, this looks like, if we stop and take a picture here, smile. Okay, we're good?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. If we're here in this position, he looks like he's in the dominant position. I'm collapsed. Things are happening. But this here, the fingers are right here to now extend beyond and get to the outside as he starts to think of what to do and attack me.
Sir.
Right? Because you're trying to do something, this all becomes a gift to me. So when someone wants to overpower you, I say, let them. Feel the overpower. Feel that collapse happening and feel how I can move through that energy.
Sir.
If I just fight it right back, now he's overpowering me. No, I'm gonna get you back. Okay,
that felt pretty good for mine.
That doesn't feel fair to me. I'm missing something. Height, a little more weight. I don't know. I'm missing something. So that's not fair to me. So I want to make it fair, right? So When that starts to happen, I let him know that I am aware of his presence.
Yes.
And we can start to play, move back, eyes, cheeks, pull back on the head. There's lots once I get behind.
Of course, yeah.
We're just,
or the shoulders, yeah.
I just don't want to stick my fingers in your mouth and eyes and nose right now. So
Appreciate that.
yeah. No more questions yet. Okay, we're doing good there.
You know, it's amazing though how intent works to me on this one. Because when I'm coming in here and I'm pushing, I don't feel from you, oh crap, he's got me.
Okay.
And I get nervous. Like, ignoring what I know you can do from this position for a second.
Sure.
Just the feeling's different. Like something's wrong. Like, why is he not worried? Why is he not looking around? Like,
why does he look comfortable?
Why does he look comfortable? Exactly. So just that alone makes me go like, you know.
Okay, it kind of puts the red flag, red alerts pop up and go, okay, I got to be aware of something because this isn't right.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the reaction, the facial features,
I'm not getting the typical reaction I would get from such a movement. Yes.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, like when they talk about in judo or jiu-jitsu, when you get a guy on the ground, wrestling, get a guy on the ground.
Yeah.
It's like they're home.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you took me to the ground.
Darn. Yeah.
Darn, you know, and all of a sudden the guy's tied up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good thing. We're just doing it while we're standing. So same kind of concept there. All right, let's get into. Don't know where I was going with that, but we're just.
It's kind of fun.
We're just kind of seeing where it goes tonight. Also, everybody, since you're joining us from near and afar and all around the world, as we have a few viewers out there tonight. Something to keep in mind, give us a thumbs up on this video and helps the good old algorithms from the YouTubes to distribute this video and gets us known out there so that our subscribership can go up as we are almost at 300.
Oh, nice.
We're like 3 away from 300.
Okay.
So see how we do by next week. Maybe we get that 300 mark and make our way to 1,000 is where we're headed. And once we get that 1,000 subscribers, that's cool. We'll be happy with that. Go from there.
More is always better, but it's a good
Well, if we get
step.
more, we'll worry about that then. That's the first step, right? And also, during this time of COVID and the new implementation of different guidelines coming down the pipeline and the people being cautious or hesitant, the studio has survived 1.5 years. We need it to survive. Maybe heading to Christmas here. We'll see what happens. We need to survive all the way to Christmas. So any donations that anyone can give, big or small, there is a way to learn how to do that in the box below this video. It is much appreciated. And hopefully we don't have to set up in a backyard somewhere or anything else. We can continue to share this art from this studio space and keep it alive.
Sure.
That being said, let me put a stick in my hand. Now,
I just had the weirdest thought. If something like that were to happen and we did have to go outside.
right.
Christmas is a heck of a time to do that. It's very cold.
Especially out here in BC weather and on the coast and in the chilliness.
Like,
the rain. Oh, the rain.
The rain.
Oh, we can have fun in the rain. We got rain dribbling down our face. And it's good.
Doesn't sound like fun to me.
And what, 3 days of snow?
Yeah.
We would have 3 days of snow, but I don't even know if it'd be at Christmas time or not.
Yeah, it depends on what it decides this year.
Although, there's one upside.
What's that?
I wouldn't have to worry about the flooding of the studio.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it does flood every year.
Every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
We finally got used to it after year 5.
I was about to say, I'm so used to it now that I actually kind of forgot that it happens.
Yeah. Where are we at here? What else are we going to do tonight? Yakking away. Ooh. Maybe we'll get into... Should we get into some of that?
Into which?
I'm just having some thoughts here. Let's stay basic here and understanding body dynamic and power. So let's go empty hand against empty hand. Because one of the hardest things to do out there, and I found quite interesting a lot of times, is that when we work on joint manipulations or moving around energy, that's kind of invisible to the people out there. They can't feel it. They don't really know what they're seeing or what to look for. Sometimes it just looks magical and beautiful. Sometimes it looks voodoo-ish. But it's none of that. And it all can be explained in detail and technical in what we're doing, whether or not people are willing to reveal the secrets. Now, some martial arts practice those secrets every day, all the time. Some martial arts throw them in at a later belt rank or this or that and everything else. But for example, I go like this, and let's say I wanna just do this. Okay, he can easily stop me, right? So get in a good stance, feel good. Okay, okay. I'm gonna go this way. Here I go. Okay, no, I'm gonna go this way again. Here I go. But this is the beginning stage. This is what people begin to learn. So then like, okay, well, what else can I do? Well, that's pushing sideways, and his body's good for it, right? So, okay. So now all of a sudden, as we get going here, I can get over there. I moved around the energy. And people will go, well, Steven lightened up. Big Steve was
became a wuss
was
for
not
a second
focusing there at any point in time. And if you saw, not only did Big Steve have the good grab, but he also posted his elbow. He was all set up. You can go back and rewind that. Which means this is a worst case scenario. He knows what I'm going to do. He's already prepped himself to be as strong as he can be in this moment right here, besides injecting anything else, but right here. Yeah, just grab your own hand. And then still yet being able to pull it off.
Sure.
So one of the things we can do sometimes is let's start with pointing downward. See this finger right here? What happens if, as we go like this and start to, okay, it's not working, so I just kind of point down for a second. What happened to his body? Now, I didn't do much. I just changed the energy.
Yep.
Would you agree?
Oh yeah. But I don't know how well that shows on camera.
That's just it.
Yeah,
so
I can feel it.
Let's see if we can, let's act it out. Let's see if we can, okay, ready? So, oh, you're so strong! You know, give me some muscle flex or something here. Like, oh, right, inject.
Right, yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Popping the vein. There. So now I'm up here. Doesn't matter. We just throw around and pop that up.
Yep.
But this takes time and working with a lot of different people, because sometimes that's not working. That's not working. How about there?
Jeez.
And I get up over here. We talked about corkscrew a couple of weeks ago, but this one's a little bit different in the idea of a circular energy.
I will also state that it is a little bit demasculating because, you know, maybe some people think I'm giving up, whatever, maybe that's their issue. But for me, it's kind of annoying because no matter how hard I give it, you can get around it if you really want to, or if you know how to, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the part that's kind of like, heck.
And then the interesting thing, it's not even throwing in this yet.
Exactly, yeah.
That was real easy that time, because this gets, what happened there? You know, this hand didn't even block it. You know?
Nope.
It just, so there's a lot of other things we can still continue to do.
Yeah.
But just having the basics and working on the basics. Maybe I'm just going down here and I'm using my thumb in order to get into center locks, right? As we start to play. Going up into our, whatever follows up there, but just that movement of how do I learn? Maybe he's got both hands. Now I went off this way for one. Well, I can't go. I go off this way for another.
No.
So this one's now even different. So a lot of times, again, to get that power moving, is I might just do this and I come back here and I come around here.
Yep.
Now I'm in position just by shifting a few things.
Sir.
Whereas if I just go here, come on. What was that? Right, so push, and now I start to feel. So now already I can start to manipulate that energy and play with it and find my power.
What's this?
My Aikido instructor loves the finger pointing. Yes, it was like a light bulb going off. Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Finger pointing wherever you want the energy to go. So, for example, if I want the energy to go that way, I point my finger that way. If I want my energy to go that way, I point it that way. But sometimes when I'm in this motion, I get my elbow in and I'm moving my elbow. I'm not moving my wrist because people want to rotate here. They don't think about rotating here.
Gotcha. Yep.
And then later on, through training and practice, we rotate here. But this stays connected so we don't know where that energy is to fight.
Right.
That comes in time. That's years of training. So.
So.
We also had a text, I think. So let's see if someone's coming in through the line on our text today.
It's time for that segment.
It's time for. It's time
Picture
for
of the night.
Picture of the night from. We do have someone watching us out there tonight who's not on our logged into Google's yet. Giving. Oh, we can get it. We can show that trap. I think we just did that trap earlier once at least. But we got 2 pictures here tonight. One is of. There we go. Nice little hand picture.
Yeah.
Nice little trap. I think we did that briefly earlier tonight already. But let's see if we can show that up on the camera without the light hitting it here. Can I angle that? So you see a nice little trap there. And the second picture that was brought to us tonight by Mr. Neil McGilvery out in southwestern Ontario there in the Cambridge, Waterloo, Kitchener area.
That sounds great.
It's a big area. Let's see what we got here. Oh! Who are these young guys?
Oh, jeez.
There we go. What do you think
There's
of that,
a picture.
So I was actually showing a little bit of that a second ago, but without a stick in my hand.
Yeah.
I have a stick here, but we can show that one there of my younger years and Steven's younger years there. Of going to that outside, of extending that arm. I'm not sure if that's getting blurry or not, but we'll see. Good old history. I love history.
I don't know if I've seen that one before.
Yeah, that's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen that one before.
Yeah.
Can I use that one? I'm going to use that one maybe. Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah.
Kind of like those pictures of politicians who look really young on their
on their billboards.
On their billboards, and they don't look anything like that anymore.
I know exactly. I think who you're talking about.
No, I'm just saying it happens. It happens.
I noticed that actually. I was like, that picture was like 20 years ago.
So let's see for a second what that looked like with a stick in my hand. Let's see what that would look like. So grab a quick stick here. We're going to go off kilt of what we were talking about a second ago. And here I am here. Maybe I'm coming up here. Maybe he's overpowering me here. Boom, we dealt with that. But this time as I come through here, maybe this is a beautiful puño shot to the floating rib area here. And then here's my extension. Maybe I take this down and go for the reverse armbar. Or maybe I lock it in here and take him down to the ground here. And what are you trying to tickle my belly button? What the heck was that?
No comment.
It's like all of a sudden feeling.
If that was happening, it's because you had my arm in a weird position. It wasn't.
Okay.
I wasn't consciously.
Okay, good, sure, yeah. So what else? You know, we did this one where boom, boom. Now I've got my sticks in my hand here. Maybe I've taken it up here. Boom, I hit off number 11 disarm, right? But maybe I come up here off of that and I come back here. Cross that off, hit this here, swing down through here, bring it up here, and there's the other shot we had. And then maybe I break off there, hit up here. Yep. And each one of those has a hit in it, don't forget that, as I start to switch and do things. They're just kind of hidden through the beautiful fluid movements of it all.
Sorry.
Okay, let's go back here for a second.
What just happened?
So, let's go empty hand again.
Empty hand.
So in doing stuff like this here, all of a sudden we have this motion. I go, okay, he stopped me. Well, I don't want to fight him. I want to go around that energy. So,
yep.
I let him push, he's the one that's actually guiding me in the end where I'm going, as opposed to fighting him. I'm just moving where the end of his energy is.
But I can delay it. Didn't expect that.
Yes, yeah. Haha, sir, I'm just not going to push. I'm going to stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, you have that choice.
I do.
We have to explain that to the judge. They had a choice, Mr. Judge, as you're judging us.
Boy, does it make me feel better.
Yeah.
Yes, he was kicking my butt, but I delayed him temporarily.
Yes.
Therefore, I win.
The idea of this as well, when you had two-handed grab, you know what? Let's make it even harder.
What?
2 hands on one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is even harder now.
I like my odds.
This is now, obviously, okay, I'm a, roll up the sleeves, I'll put a pack of cigarettes in here and pretend like I'm from the 60s and 50s and toughening up. So what we have happening here is now Stephen has a lot
Two upper hands.
control of what's happening here.
That was interesting. Okay.
I'm just going to work up a sweat just by doing that.
Yep.
Okay, so what are options here if I'm not injecting this hand? One of the beautiful things is, first off, if I had a glass of water here,
Yeah, I was wondering if you're going to do this.
could I drink it?
I feel like you could.
Okay, so if I try to drink my water like this, I can't drink it that way.
No.
Okay, so maybe I'm gonna try and drink it out here. No, that's not working that way. But what if? Oh, as he plants, I can feel it. Oh, I can. He's not gonna. You gotta believe me, everyone. He does not want me to succeed right now. I love it.
The people do not want to see a technique that is not performed against someone who isn't trying.
That's right.
So
He's trying.
trying.
So here we are here, and he's like, no. Okay, so he's not letting that one. And I go down here, he's not letting that one. So he's got this all really covered. Okay, so I'm going to work that. I cheated a little bit. I used this hand just a touch.
Yeah, that's all right.
So let's just go like this now.
Jeez.
There's not using it at all. I didn't use that hand at all that time. So the other one was because I had done something different there. But this one now, see, all I got to do is when this happens, keep my elbow in close. Don't be out here. Get it in close. Get low. Start pushing up. You can start to feel that. And then from there, see all that energy coming down?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want that. So I take it away. Yeah. You're doing this when it goes up here like this.
Yeah.
Want to try?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna roll down the 60s arm sleeve there, 50s arm sleeve.
I'll keep mine the way it is.
So here we go. I'll give you a regular grip. Regular grip for Big Steve.
Do you name your grips? Do you have fancy names for your grips? Like Talon Claw or like
Eagle Claw, yeah.
Black Void.
Sure. So, you know, I'm gonna attempt to hold you regular grip. Like an average citizen on the street who's not been training the grip.
Sure.
Okay, that's what I'm getting.
Sounds good. Okay.
So I'm just gonna. Okay, that's no fun. Okay, I'm gonna stop you this time. I'm on top of it. I'm starting them off low. And no, you are not getting up. I'm not gonna let you. No, wait, Jose. Good.
There it is. Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so when you feel, this is it.
Yeah.
Ready? Go for it. Go for it. Slow. No, slow.
Oh, slow.
Go for slow. I'll inject energy here. Okay. Now, when you start to feel that right there, go upwards, and I can stop you.
Yeah.
Bring your elbow forward.
Oh,
Yeah. And then don't try to push up. Roll in. So for example, if I think of trying to drink my glass of water, and I go up, there's the resistance. Roll in for an elbow to the solar plexus.
Oh, and you're rolling around. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I roll into the elbow for that solar plexus.
Sorry. Followed by the.
Yeah. Start with that.
Got it.
Let's see how he does. Now we're having fun. Good. Yeah. Now roll the elbow in. Yeah. Okay. You broke through that really easy.
Yeah, it worked.
I would agree.
Feel pretty good.
Now, just for funsies, I'm going to change my grip. So a little bit different.
Like. Okay, I'm going to call that Eagle Claw or whatever I said before. We're not a Black Void.
Whatever. We're just halfway there.
Although, I don't know if you can see it, my I'm losing blood in my hand. That's kind of cool.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
I'm fighting you on this one. Yeah, that's right.
No.
Yeah.
I can't get around that if I'm doing like that.
So, where's the energy? Where's the opening for where you can go? Where do you feel openings? So go back down again. Try to get up. Right. Go down. Okay. Now, where's there? You're almost there on this one, but I'm going to do that. Okay. Good. Yeah. There you go. Good.
Yeah.
So
have to find it.
What you need is a partner who's willing to inject that energy and go and just play.
Yeah.
And by playing, you don't want to jerk.
No, that'd be a mean
You don't want to be trying to just power through and jerk. You want to feel what's going on.
Sorry.
And that way, then when you feel it, you can actually start to duplicate it. When you just try to power and jerk, you're not sure what to really pick up on. And that happens. Now, that's just one way. A lot of times you'll see a demonstration in other arts of someone grabbing two hands like this.
Oh, yeah.
And then learning to power through, or sometimes they may go over here in order to drive this way.
Yeah.
right? Boom. This is very big power move there. Because this gets you going one way to fight.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden...
And all of a sudden now that starts to change this way with that finger that Mr. Russell was talking about. Mm-hmm. Right, so here, and playing with that. So, it's not that these are in any way... Then there's this idea here. Grab. Grab.
Okay.
Grab. Okay. Then there's feeling this. Tell me if you feel, tell the camera if you feel anything, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I feel that.
Something starting to happen there?
Your arm is expanding.
Okay, so something's happening here. He's starting to feel my arm is starting to expand.
Uh-huh.
In essence, that's actually providing you energy.
Yes.
So that's already setting you up.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, people don't know how to do that. So in order for you to set you up, I inject and do this.
Yeah, you're forcing me to react. Yeah.
Exactly, but if I'm here,
yeah.
now I go like this and drive.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter with the two arms. So just something for food to think about.
Sir.
Getting around very powerful situations. Then of course, if someone's going to grab, just not even letting them. You know, there's this feeling that coming, or both hands are coming in, right? Boom. Just being able to circle around that right away and find your center and meeting up with that energy.
Sir.
I don't know. What do you think? Is that a class tonight, or was I teaching anything? Or?
Yeah, I felt like it. What do I think?
I'll give you a second. Give anyone else a second out there if they want to type anything in to talk about this. You know, interestingly enough, you know, when stuff like this starts to happen, to do stuff like this is real easy.
Right.
Where all of a sudden we've compromised. So it's like someone wants to grab two hands. It's like, thank you. I might come this way.
Yeah.
So there's two different grabs off there already.
Sure.
I might come this way, or I come up here. Eye in the face. We talked about that. Corkscrew. Mm-hmm. So just because someone grabs you doesn't mean you're overpowered. Maybe initially because you don't know what to do.
Right.
But come learn, and you'll know what to do.
Exactly. That should be the title of a seminar. What to do when someone grabs both hands.
Ah! Scream.
Exactly. Cry.
Really loud. Cry. Okay, that's possible.
Stand there, do nothing. No, the thought I had was...
Grab. Oh, what you gonna do now?
Yeah. Weren't expecting that, were you?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything.
Take that. No, the first thought I had was, for me anyway, because I've always been obviously a bigger person.
Yep.
Trying to transition this into feeling instead of muscle and stuff has always been a bit challenging, especially in the beginning. You know, now that I've started to develop a feel, it kind of makes sense. The funny thing is as time goes on, and maybe it's because she's done this to me a few times, I don't know, I used to rely on strength entirely. Mm-hmm. And what that's taught me is I can't rely on that. It's not actually something to rely on.
Correct.
So it's like, okay, now I need to get the feeling and the structure in place in order for that to work. And it's just funny how it's changed my view on things over time. Because I relied on that for so long. Going like, oh, I'll just give it. It should be fine, right? Mm-hmm. And now I'm like, but that doesn't work against some people. I said some people.
Sure it does. Sure. Well, here's an interesting thought for you. I had a student ask me the other night. You know, she's actually a returning student. She was with me about 10 years ago. I moved the studio, went our separate ways, and she's come back now.
Right.
And with this student, she's asked me, you know, have you ever had to use any of this?
Right.
Without involving any information that could somehow incriminate me or anything of that nature, I like to give the answer of yes. Yes, I have used some of this before. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I will give a story, maybe in a seminar, one that is of a self-defense story of maybe my wife was dancing on the dance floor in an establishment down in the inner Victoria, and she wanted to return back to the table where I was sitting to come see her magnificent husband. And some other guy grabs her and tries to take her back out to the dance floor. And maybe this guy's a little intoxicated. Maybe he's about 45 to 50 years old when we were about 28, 30 years old. And maybe at that point in time, I watched my wife do the very first technique I ever taught her on our very first date that we ever had. Speaking of my wife and my very first technique, tomorrow, the 9th, the 9th day of the 9th month of 1999 is when I proposed to her. So tomorrow is a kind of an anniversary date in that sense of when I proposed to her. But watching this dynamic happen, I see that she's taking care of herself. I have no need to step in. My wife has learned really well, and she's strong, and she's elegant and beautiful, and everything's coming together for her. Mm-hmm. Well, then I decide I better go save the guy. I'm not there to save the wife, I'm there to go save the guy. Yeah. As my wife is heading towards a table. And if anyone knows that story, you know what potentially may happen when my wife heads to a table. You know that story?
I think I do, yeah.
The very first one of how we met?
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Yeah, so here I go. Oh, she's going over towards the table. I better go save the guy. Mm-hmm. So I walk up. There's actually a real good reason why I'm telling the story right now. Mm. Hopefully people will see a good reason for it. I walk up and I intercept. I grab said individual. I escort him quickly over to the bouncer and say to the bouncer, please take this person out of the establishment. He's had too many drinks. Mm. And I go sit back down. And my wife comes over, my beautiful wife, and she sits down beside me, and I'm going to do a horrible, you're me, I'm her. I'm going to do a horrible job of being her, and you're going to do a horrible job.
See if I can do a horrible job of being you.
Being me, okay. And at this point in time, she goes, did you see what just happened? And I look at her, and you're me, and you say, yeah, I did.
I did.
And I'm like, yeah. And then some guy came up and took him from me.
Oh.
Okay, so what does that mean? Where does that lead to? What am I trying to get at? How does it relate to what we were doing tonight? Okay, long story short now. I look at her and I tell her, that was me.
Yeah.
She's like, the eyes wide. She's like, what? That was you? Like, your voice changed, your posture, like everything about me changes when I need to do something different. Mm-hmm. Okay, here's the good part. This is one of those experiences when I was younger where I could say, I didn't need as much energy as I used. Mm. I could have used 50% of what I delivered. That comes back to this idea, you're already here and you're already giving me the worst case scenario. You're planted, your elbows are in, you got your weight on. Mm-hmm. This is, you know what I'm going to do. This is the worst case scenario. And I show you how I power through it.
Yes.
Now let's give worst case scenario, or best case scenarios. You just kind of sort of grab on, your elbows are out, you grab on a little bit there, and your elbows are out, and you got this, right? And now if I go ahead and use that same energy that I did a second ago, I'm powering through. I mean, I didn't need that much energy. Maybe right here, I just need to go like this.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yep.
So, learning to conserve your energy, because as a lot of people would know or dealing with self-defense, that within a minute everyone's exhausted normally in the average fight on the street. Actually 45 seconds they're exhausted, unless they're a trained fighter, unless they've worked on it. So 45 seconds of trying to just do anything to get out of the way, roll, punch, kick, whatever you can do.
Yeah.
So the execution of that energy is poor. But conserving energy and realizing that's what started to teach me. That was one of the first lessons to go, wow, I could have used a lot less. And that was a real great experience for me. And then for my wife to go, oh, okay, that was you? That was pretty funny, I thought. I was laughing inside. I'm like, yeah, that was me. Anyways, that's a long story short. Let's wrap it up there.
Sure.
But yeah, in all of our techniques and everything you do in training martial arts, sometimes you don't even need that much energy. People will sit there and they try, let's go one hand right now. They try so hard just to think, maybe just need to break out of the grip very easily. So, oh, stop. What would that do to somebody? Just all of a sudden they're like,
do that.
it's like an officer handing you handcuffs and you're like handing them back to him. You're like, we won't need those. And he's like, what the heck? It kind of throws people for a loop. So
absolutely.
you don't always have to go, ha-ha, I broke out, and my arm's way back here, and my energy's going back this way.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Totally.
Something to think about, play with, plan, have fun, always safe, and Any thoughts?
It would have been neat to see that.
That one?
Yeah, that story actually.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. So my wife and I no longer go into pub type of establishments where there's dancing and stuff. We just kind of dance at home now in the living room. Karate for Christ. We call that the principle of circle and line. If their attack is linear, we defend circle. There you go, circular. If the attack is circular, we defend linear. There we go. So just feeling that energy out or watching what's happening with those punches or rounds or straight ins or energy. Cry for Christ. I knew that story. Hey, that's awesome. It's a doozy. But you know, and so anyways, this lady who's come back to me over 10 years, I share a few other stories with her, and all of a sudden her face starts to drop a little bit more and more. I'm like, maybe I should stop telling my stories now. But I take the risk. No, I think she liked it because I think she wants to know that what I'm showing her can work.
Yes.
And unfortunately, a lot of times people want to hear that it's maybe done it somewhere or something. And,
yeah.
You know, joint manipulations are really easy to do on people. They're actually not that hard, especially when they don't even know about it. They've never felt it before.
Yeah.
You know, at one point, my wife put him in a joint lock, and he very loudly goes, "Hey, you're gonna break my wrist!" And I just see Jenny going like this. Nope, not yet.
Yeah.
You know, she's calm, she's relaxed. She's like, just wanted you to get your hands off me. I didn't want your hands on me.
Yeah.
So yeah. Where are we at? We're good. No other questions tonight. Thank you for joining us, being with us, and putting up with a story or two. And yeah, I need more practice, obviously, and I will practice more. So. I don't know. I'm also protecting my back on demonstrating some of this stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly happy with what I necessarily showed, but maybe I'll demonstrate it again someday when my back is fully healed.
Feel free to invite someone else, sir.
Demasculate someone else.
No, I'm just like, if that was not good, then I'd be curious to see what good is.
Well, it can be refined.
It
can be refined.
I see.
Okay. Pleasure, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us on a different evening tonight. Any questions, any thoughts, any ideas, throw it in the comment section below. Subscribe to our channel. Help us break the 300 mark. And where else does that lead us? And if you are able to, during this time, as I mentioned earlier in the video, we are heading into the darker months here, and guidelines are changing again, and it's dropping the student enrollment and things of that nature. If there's anyone that can donate out there, it helps the studio, it helps put food on my family's table, and we would appreciate that very much through this time. That being said, anything else? No, have a good week. Have a good week. We'll be back next week, and I'll try to have a class planned for next week.
Wait.
No, this wasn't planned.
Do we ever have a class?
No, but maybe I might. Maybe I'm trying to get positive here. Good night. Have a great week. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Neil. And Neil Russoff there. Thank you. Have a good week. Good night, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
In the meantime, Steven's been working on his flippy sticks.
Oh, yes.
And let's see if we have some fun with that.
First, you take it a step.
Whoa! There's a step.
You watch Sir almost curdy over the edge there.
He's bailing.
I don't know why, but recently I saw the Swedish Chef from the Muppets. So for some reason, when you're saying flip it, first you take the stick and then you flip it. Liking the mustache and everything, but yeah.
All right. All everyone's kind. They're giving us thumbs up. That's great. Thank you, and good night, everyone.
Good night.
Oh wait, I have to end the stream first. And